Hey everybody, it's Aaron again, and we're back once again with another episode on the Pixelmon server. Well, it's not a server, it's my single-player Pixelmon game. But last time we caught some Pokemon. We mainly this Trapinch and this Sandshrew, and we've been wandering out and about. So I mentioned last time we saw another. Excuse me. We saw another one of these, a Graveler about this level, so we'll see if we can't pull off a win here. Like I mentioned, it does take a little bit of luck, depends on if they... Oh, magnitude 10, damn. Well, there goes that theory. I'm glad I did this before we went out exploring, because that would have sucked to have lost him. Now, I suspect that there might be a way for me to beat this guy with a Sandshrew purely through using Defense Curl from here on out, and just forcing him to die through poison. I'm not going to bother with that. So I have to say, so far it seems like this Sandshrew is my MVP. Way to go, Sandshrew. Showing up my starter Pokemon since yesterday. So, as I mentioned, you can actually see the different Pokeballs, which is really pretty neat on the healing machine. I really thought that was kind of cool. When I first encountered it, I really do get a kick out of that. So, level 29 Graveler. We're not going to bother. We're not going to bother trying to do that fight anymore. So today I think we're going to go a different direction. So we went out kind of that way the other day, and it was all desert, and that's where I caught my Trapinch and my Sandshrew. Today we're going to go around the hill, and I honestly don't remember what the hell was over here. I was over here looking for roses, like I said the other day, but I seriously don't remember what the hell I saw over here. So we're going to go ahead and go over here. As I mentioned, looks like we got Swamp. In this mod, Swamp tends to, or certainly seems to be primarily filled with a lot of poison type Pokemon usually. Wow, that's a big Camerupt. Let's try and see if we can't get Trapinch to beat this guy. Oh yeah, this is something you'll notice. Sometimes, I just don't know what causes that. Sometimes it acts really weird, and in combat, for some reason, it'll take you to an entirely different area you've recently been to when it shows you, when it shows the fighting, and I have no idea why that is the case. Oh, nice. Flagon, or Trapinch won. Got a bunch of levels out of it. Holy cow. I've never been a big fan of Sandtomb. Excuse me. So, unfortunately, he's in bad shape now. But we'll keep going this way. I'm going to avoid that Camerupt, because if he catches us at the moment, he's going to probably own us. And that's no fun. So there's a Pidgey. Pidgey. And a cave. I see something. Probably some iron down there, and a Graveler. So, as I was saying, swamps tend to house a lot of the poison type Pokemon. There's also some bug types. One of them is Paris, which kind of makes sense to see Paris in a swamp. I'd also expect to see him in caves, since that's always where you found him in the games, but he's never there. Pidgeotto. We're gonna switch. Ow, dang, critical hits. Oh, my Sandshrew knows Magnitude now. That'll be useful. Ah, frick. Well, I apologize. This kind of crap really pisses me off. This is one of the things that really kind of gets blown out in the mod. Like I've mentioned, you can kind of get screwed pretty easily early on, and it really sucks. I might win this fight, but it's only through the abuse of the multiple status effects, as you guys have probably noticed by now. And my Ivysaur, my Bulbasaur has evolved into Ivysaur. As you can see, his sprite has changed. So here's Ivysaur. Ivysaur. He looks a lot angrier, but the bulb is grown. Pretty cool. So he won that through total BS. Let's be honest. So, you know, as I recall, you know, when we started, we were somewhere over that direction is where we actually spawned the first time, which has a bunch of swamps by it. So we've pretty much, this must be a lava pit down here. No, just lava. So it seems like we're kind of in a deserty, must be a desert swamp oriented map. Which, if you recall, the description is in the seed is in the description. Man, I'm getting my butt kicked. Oh, God. Well, yay for that, but... So, my house is literally on the other side of these hills. At some point, you guys will probably witness why I hate swimming with this mod. I should probably start carrying a boat around just to try not to die. If you seriously get stuck and forced into a fight when you're swimming, you will sink to the bottom and most likely suffocate before the fight ever ends. So I apologize that we have to go back, but that's the way the mod works. So we'll take it in stride. See, and there's the swamp by home. The house is literally over there. Oh crap, an Arbok. So one of the things that they supposedly did carry over in this game is effort value training, which, if you don't know, haven't heard of effort values, but you play the games, have played the games, effort values are basically freebie stats that you get for your Pokemon earn through knocking out various other Pokemon. I really, there we go. I wanted to grab that. I was kind of nervous about it. And each Pokemon offers different effort stat values. And after you defeat so many of the Pokemon that boost that effort stat, then you'll get that stat tacked on to that Pokemon's stats, if I am explaining it right. But that is supposedly in the game. I've not messed with it at all. To be honest, it's not one of the areas that I spend a lot of time focusing on, even when I play the normal games. I find the metagame for that to be quite interesting. I never seem to find the time to be able to do that, which just kind of sucks. So, when this is totally full and I'm running, I'll come back around one time. I wanted to wait for the... screw it, we'll go. Alright. So that area seems to be a bust. Why not? Been so long since I built a boat, I don't remember how the hell you could do it. We're gonna build a couple boats, and I guess we'll go overseas. this time. So if you're in a boat and you get forced into a fight, you're fine. Like, it won't break the boat on you. So that's why boats are a good idea. Come on. I always seem to get them stuck. So there's a trainer there, swimmer. So let's go over, we'll go kind of along here, I think, and see what we can see. And maybe we'll see some cool water Pokemon. It's pretty neat when you're swimming around. See those shadows in there are different water Pokemon in the sea. Magikarp, Staryu, Tentacool usually. Tentacool and Tentacruel you'll find out here. Occasionally you'll see a Gyarados in the wild. I've only seen like one in the wild. I mean, it does happen. Oh, cool. So we're gonna look at something else. So somebody created another add-on to the game, or not to the game, to the mod, and it's called. Dang it, I'm not gonna remember it now. I'm like an idiot, but basically it adds these these Pokeball chests, and they act a lot like they do in the games. And so you right-click it, and I got a TM. Cool. Round. It's a black and white move. I believe it's more useful the more Pokemon you have that have it. Wow, that's a Pygmy Magnemite. Check that out. That is great. The tiniest little Magnemite. Oh, a Swinub. There's a bunch of Magnemite over here. Let's use Sandshrew a little bit. So, Pokemon abilities don't exist in this yet, which means that Pokemon like Magnemite can't get away with Levitate. If they even have Levitate, I don't know. I always seem to think they do, but they probably don't. Oh, Confusion is just terrible in this mod. As it is in the games, too. So, at least we're getting to kind of see the fight a little bit this time. That's kind of better than the last escapade. Okay, so one of the cool things, Magnemite, I did know this, Magnemite drop iron. So that, there is a way to get some iron. I think we'll go ahead and take this over a little bit, over that way a little bit more, and then we'll hop out. Oh, where are we at on time? Getting pretty close. So this next episode, unless all my Pokemon get fainted again, we'll end this episode here pretty shortly, and the next episode we will continue exploring this new biome. One of the things I will say is I have a terrible time not breaking the damn ships when I do this. B is that we're gonna I totally forgot where I was going with that. It's terrible of me. We'll explore this area. Oh, so I was gonna say that add-on. Unfortunately, I didn't have that installed when I started the map. So those chests, I'm pretty sure, will only show up in new chunks. But they can drop any number of things, and there's even an item finder, which I should have looked up the pattern and probably tried to make one before we left. So maybe next time we go back to the house, we'll do that. But they're actually invisible chests, and those tend to give you even better things. So, what is this biome technically? Ice mountains. I've not actually been in an ice mountain biome, so I don't know if we'll see Pokemon haven't encountered yet or not. I do know that if you want to catch Mew, try and find Mew, that is. You have to go spend a lot of time in jungle biomes, as Mew will only spawn in the jungle, which kind of corresponds to the first Pokemon movie. If you watched it, they kind of show that Mew kind of comes from the jungle, and so I assume that's where that comes from. What do I know, though? So we got some Magnemites. Magnemite. Get a couple Pokemon battles in here. Nice. So far, Sandshrew is kicking butt, especially now that he's got a ground type move. So this chunk is pretty newly spawned. So we may not see many Pokemon in this over here in this episode. It takes a little bit usually, but we're gonna we'll wrap this up here. In the next, this episode's probably gonna end up being a little short. We'll see. But in the next episode, I'll leave off here and we'll start back in this biome and see if we can't find something interesting. As I said, I've not actually explored an ice mountain biome. I don't know if it's going to have different Pokemon that I haven't seen or what. Wow. That's kind of interesting. One thing I would like to see is I'd like them to, for this mod, I would like them to make a new biome, a volcano biome. Put a bunch of fire Pokemon there. I think that'd be kind of neat to look at. So, alright, like I said, next time we'll pick up from here, and we'll see if there aren't some more Pokemon. I'll probably leave this guy sit here for a little while. We'll see. But, as always, take care of yourselves, and I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.